Hello everyone and welcome back to our special Saturday programs. I'm your host live here from Kyiv, Ukraine, Joshua AMATARE, and today we're going to be having yet another intriguing and amazing session, and we have a special guest coming to us all the way from Nigeria. He's a professional school teacher trained in the United Kingdom, and he's got a passion and is now on a mission to imbibe passion into Nigerian school teachers. Now, anybody who has schooled in Africa will tell you that one of the things that most teachers lack is passion, and that's due to a lot of reasons. But here's a man who is forging a new path for Nigerian teachers that will make them effective and make Nigerian students, and if you're from Africa, you can also learn from him and make African students as a whole the best in the world. Already we have African students who are shining all over the world in universities, in high schools. We see that as soon as they leave the shores of Nigeria or Africa, they go on to do great things in their own, schools, wherever they go to, all over, especially the first world countries. So we need to be able to produce these people back at home. And here's a man who came all the way back from the UK to do it in Nigeria. And he's going to be sharing his experience with us and telling us how he intends to make this a movement and how he intends to make it a global phenomenon as far as Nigerian students are concerned. So please share this link with your friends, share this link with your family, call everyone you know who is interested in education in Nigeria, and anybody who is in the Nigerian schooling system whatsoever, either their students, their parents, or their teachers. Tell them that they don't want to miss this show because they're going to be learning a lot from our guest today. So once again, please share this video on your wall, invite your friends, invite family members, invite students, both old and young, to listen to what we have to say today. So welcome once again, and without much further ado, I will be inviting our guest all the way from Nigeria. Please welcome Mr. Enoch Gbolahan LANIYAN. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Joshua. I appreciate you so much. Like we all know, Enoch Gbolahan, just as you mentioned, I'm an educator, trained in the UK, worked with Sun Microsystems, and have loads of experience also in sales and marketing. But here in Africa, Nigeria, I teach mathematics. I assist kids to actually fall in love with numbers, make them get comfortable and confident with their numbers. So basically, I run a partnership with the Guinness World Champion in mathematics. His name is Scott Fransburg. So he has broken the world record in mathematics. So we are running a partnership presently to see how we can infuse that passion as it is globally in the United States. He's from Arizona. So basically, I'm very fortunate and privileged to have got exposure in the UK at different sectors. And at the end of the day, I just felt, why should I have all this knowledge in IT, in mathematics? And at the end of the day, I'm not able to infuse it into the next generation. So basically, I thank you so much for this opportunity, and also Dr. Sunday Adelaja for this great privilege.
It's wonderful having you here with us, and we love having people like you here who have gone abroad. You've gotten skills that are very, very marketable and are very useful, and then you've brought them back to Africa to help us build. Most people just want to stay in the West and enjoy the systems and enjoy the comfort. And I'm sure for somebody like you who's schooled in the UK, you know what I'm talking about. So I would like you to tell our audience your story, and would like to know a little bit about you. How did you fall in love with education? And how did you decide that instead of staying back in the UK and making a good life for yourself, because you've got skills in IT, you've got skills in teaching, and these are skills that would make you to be very comfortable anywhere in the West, but you decided to abandon that and come home to help Nigerian kids to become better at mathematics. So tell us your story and how this whole episode of yours came about that has put you on this path to having a mission for Nigerian students and teachers.
Yeah, I remember when I was in the UK, I had banged with HSBC then, and they outsourced customer service over there. Okay. I'm talking about the Indians were handling the customer service, and I was wondering that why can't this be done in Nigeria? Why are Nigerians doing some odd jobs? I was working at Sun Microsystems.
Okay,
I also worked
let me slow you down, please. Allow me to slow you down. What happened before you left for the UK? Because now you've skipped lots of steps and you've taken us straight to how you started working. But talk to us about how you schooled in Nigeria first and how you made your way to the UK and how that transpired. Because I don't believe that when you were in school, you had any mind of wanting to become a teacher. Was that the case?
It didn't happen. It happened. I never wanted to be a teacher.
So tell us how that progress came about.
Good. what actually happened was, let me say, dreams. I got inspired through dreams. I'm a very, very spiritual person, not
Okay.
religious, but I began to search inward, looking at what actually gives me joy. What can I do that at the end of the day I'm not going to, without being paid. So I looked at my secondary school when I was at International School, University of Lagos, UNIWAG. So I was teaching many of my friends. I remember I used to teach Ibemi Solako, very good. I used to teach several of my classmates. I was at Gold in International School, University of Lagos. So I never even knew that it was a gift, that I had a passion for teaching. But looking back, when I began to hear messages that you need to look at your passion, so going back, I saw that for me, I had a flair I didn't even study education. Like I told you, I said I am trained as a computer engineer, and I focus majorly on software, database management, because I'm on an Oracle certified professional, both OCP and OC. That was 2005, and that's a certification done at Oracle University in the USA. But my point is, the passion for me, I was able to dig back to my past and saw that I derived the greatest joy when I was at secondary school. So
All
for
right.
me, is that joy. I enjoy, teaching. The love to seeing others excel, seeing my colleagues then at secondary school. I'm talking about way back 1994, 95, 96, 97. So maths was something I found natural. And also
Okay.
another passion was my family background as well. My mom is an educationist as well. She was working in the Ministry of Education, Alausa then, and my dad
Okay.
is an accountant, also trained in the UK. Both of them met in the UK actually.
All
So
right.
so I think the family background too helps. And she also runs a school, my mom. So I think the family is part of it. So
All
family is
right.
so important. Yes,
Okay.
family matters.
All right. So when you went to the UK, you went and you studied IT, and you were done, and you
No,
began
no,
working.
no, no, UK was purely just a work experience thing.
Okay.
I I remember then I was I finished my secondary school at International School, University of Lagos. I
All
was
right.
going to UNIVAC to do computer science. Then the next thing was they couldn't do computer science. I eventually went to Lagos State University at Epe campus. So the next thing was I wasn't really satisfied with the education we had in Nigeria. So I went for certifications, like I was saying, Oracle, database management. So it was at that time I was traveling out, far back as 2002, 2005. So I was always traveling to the UK. I always had I worked legally in the UK because
All right.
unfortunately we are four in our family. All my siblings, they are all based over there,
Okay.
UK and Canada. So I'm the only one here in Nigeria. So
Okay.
basically, my exposure, seeing I went there to actually work, actually gain experience in my field of study in information technology,
All
database
right.
management.
All
So
right.
then also I also have experience also, like I said, in sales and marketing. I worked at Central London at Barbican. I became a team leader. So I learned so much about leadership. The leadership I learned while in sales. So for me, it's more of, you know, on the job training I gathered from the UK. It has
Okay.
helped me, yeah, a lot. And that the equivalent has been, you can't really quantify it. It's
All
been
right.
very, very,
So
yeah.
so when did you decide that you were going to go into teaching, and when did you decide to come back to Nigeria?
I decided when I began to check from the UK, well, as far back as 2007, I was thinking of, okay, let me come back to Nigeria. Let me see what I can do. Should I work as a database um, engineer? Should I work as an Oracle database administrator? But I just began to check the gaps. So after doing gap analysis, I discovered that the challenge we have, of course, we didn't even have so many robust databases. I was into what we call performance tuning. I used to tune databases and work at the development site. So the problem was we didn't have, even till date, Nigeria, we have not really embraced IT to that extent, which I had exposure because I was working on called real application clusters of node servers. So, in a standby, I was working on behalf of Kent County Council in the UK. So, Pipex communication. So the point is that advanced level, Nigeria has not yet actually gotten there. That's the sincere truth. We don't have in-house, very sound, savvy IT gurus. But we are trying. So I felt since I already saw the gap, I was doing my research. I said, okay, well, let me start with the education. Let me start infusing not adults first. Let me start with the younger generation. Children are like sponge. Whatever you put into them. So I started infusing my coming down, and I learned so much how to be able to communicate in the UK. Like I said, sales and marketing. I know how to sell ideas to children. So I know how to break things down, make them passionate, make them fall in love with. For me, mine is mathematics. I also eventually, so I came to do my NYC 2008. I served, I did normal process, served at explanter, and eventually that was how the passion got fueled when I started teaching. So 2008 was the beginning of teaching here in Africa. When in the
All
UK
right.
too, I was also training. I was majorly training organizations and also HR. I have so much experience in the UK defense sectors, but in Nigeria here, 2008 till date, 15 years, we have been in the
So
business
when you
of
came
teaching.
back to Nigeria to serve, you ended up serving as a teacher, correct?
Yes, as a teacher till date. So
Aha,
I
all right.
began teaching in the classroom. I first started with secondary school JSS2. I took them to JSS3, and they did then we call it the junior WAEC. And I don't, so this intensity of, rigorous teaching. And my students, I remember Dayo Adegbit, the head boy. I eventually he came out with 10 A's. That is why is why I have students Fatima coming out 8 A's, several of them all A's. So I think that inspired the proprietress that, oh, why don't you become the administrator of the school? You are already having the standard. So for me, standard, matters a lot, and that is something I saw while I was in the UK. Standard, you as a leader, you should endeavor. School owners endeavor. You lead from the top, lead from the front, build the standard, then let others follow. So and eventually my other teachers began to follow. Then I moved to Ladybird at Bagada. I became a math specialist and handling 600 children, handling special kids. It wasn't very easy, but that experience, that was around 2012, from 2008 to 2012. I was at Explanter. I became the school administrator. It's a group of schools, both primary and secondary. I was the leader eventually. So I moved out to Ladybird at Bagada, just beside my own school, which I attended, Grace School Bagada, which eventually, after I left Ladybird, I was there for 2 years. I went to Bagada. So at Ladybird, that was when the magic happened. The magic meaning that I began to see the idea come to materialization. Why I came to Nigeria, I wanted Nigerian kids, African kids, to actually have that confidence. In the West, confidence matters. When you check CVs, you see confidence. Confidence matters. I'll check CVs here. You see, confidence is not something you mention. You just see hard skills. But the soft skills, all those things, for me, I'm very, very meticulous about CVs because I recruit teachers, having been a school administrator and all that. So I'm very, very particular about the skills of our teachers. That's very important. So I now eventually left Ladybird, went to grade school. That was the school I finished from, grade school Bagada, and that was how I trained the best students in 2018. His name is Abdul Malik at World Maths Day. World Maths Day is one of the biggest mathematics competition globally, in partnership with UNICEF. So the reason why today, for me, passion is everything. My younger brother just left Nigeria. He came from the UK about 2-3 weeks ago, and the same thing, we both agree that what is lacking with our teachers, what is the major gap, is passion. We are not seeing passion. Being a school administrator, I recruit, I go on Guardian, I interview 1,000 CVs, you see first class holders. At the end of the day, no passion. You get to the class. I don't use textbook to teach. I just get to the class and begin to teach from my heart. So the joy must be there, the love must be there. So my message to teachers is that there is you would derive so much joy when you see your student. Imagine I trained a kid that became the best in the world. That makes me joyful. It makes me very happy. I've been invited to UK even after I returned to Nigeria. The UK class, I should come back again because I trained at Ladybird. I trained a kid, Daniel Adesanya, who became the best. If you go on YouTube now, presently, just type fastest mathlete in Africa, fastest mathlete in Africa on YouTube. You'll see a boy that is typing so fast. So time matters so much. In 60 seconds, we have 60 seconds, we have the one for 15 seconds. The one for 15 seconds is what I'm here to talk about, which we call counting B. 60 seconds was what I used to teach kids. In 60 seconds, I want to see how fast you can solve a lot of mathematics. So because time was something I saw in the UK that matters, you work per hour and everything. In Africa, I'm talking to teachers, school owners, please, time is everything. Let's not waste our time, and that's the reason why this African time syndrome, we need to destroy it, and that's the reason why I am so much passionate about the vision of Scott Flansburgh, the Guinness World Record holder. His cry is that 15 seconds, you can make the best out of 15 seconds, solve so many questions, and time is actually money. So why should we waste, time? And so you can out of time, just like Dr. Sunday says as well, you can convert time. It's also a mentor to me. I listen to him a lot, and conversion of time is something we should pay so much attention to in Nigeria and Africa. I serve as the first. Yeah,
let me slow you down a bit. You talked about the fact that most first-class students who you've seen, who actually applied, you went through their CVs and you could see that they were good academically, didn't have passion for teaching. When you spoke to them, what are some of the problems that you found that killed their passion for teaching? Is it the environment? Is it the salaries? Is it the fact that they didn't have any other options, so they decided to just opt for teaching as a job to fall back on? Or what exactly did you see that was the problem with Nigerian teachers that made them to be void of passion?
Very fantastic question, Mr. Joshua. Lovely question. I think the environment really matters, because I'm fortunate to have had best of both worlds. But environment shouldn't hinder you as a teacher. Because we don't have so many role models. Right. Like I said, leaders should lead from the front. We have a lot of school owners that I am not going against school owners. It's not easy to be a school owner, but school owners need to improve. Invest a lot on teaching workshops, and that is one of the reasons why we are going to be partnering with school owners to organize more workshops, more seminars. In the link, there's a link I'm going to forward, and that is very, very important for us to have more workshops. We need more training. Let me say something. When I was in the UK, you will not believe, when I was working at Central London, every single day as a team leader, I also worked in marketing. I had those I used to train every day. You can imagine, every day I train my team, every day. So training, everyday training. And that's the way I trained Daniel Adesanya, that became the best in Africa. Continuous training. So human resources matters a lot. Training, repetition, practicing, constant training. So those are the things, the mindsets, those are the crucial things. Africa, Nigeria, we need to embrace a lot of training. We need so much training. So imagine an organization that trains their staff every single day. So that's what schools should be doing, and that's what I want. And if we do that, you'll see things are going to change. Not, I don't want to train my staff because they're going to run away. That's what a lot of, I've heard school owners say that, that they can't train their staff, because if they train their staff, they spend their time and money, their resources, and at the end of the day, they leave. So they are going with their money and all that and get better jobs. So school owners, please give your all to our teachers. That is all right. My.
And like you said, that they lack mentors. So you are a mentor because you've experienced this, like you said, the best of both worlds, and you understand what it takes to be a teacher on a high level, producing students who are also top performers and who are world champions. So what would you say to a teacher who is listening to this and saying, I don't have any incentive to be passionate? Because like you said, the proprietors or the owners of my school, they are absolutely doing nothing to incentivize us to do the right thing. And I'm also hamstrung because in the classroom, it's either there's overcrowding or we don't have the best equipment here and there and all that. What will you tell a teacher right now who is listening and doesn't have any reason whatsoever to be passionate about teaching due to their circumstances?
I start with where you are passionate with. I'm talking about your subject. I always interview when I interview applicants, I want them to come in with the leg of passion. Which not necessarily what you studied in the university. So you need to first discover yourself. So every teacher out there that doesn't have that passion, maybe you are there because there was no job. I'm fortunate. I'm not even supposed to be here in Nigeria because I have you understand? So, but the point I'm trying to say is that a lot of teachers don't, because I'm talking to teachers that don't have such opportunities, what you need to do is discover yourself, discover your passion. I discovered my passion when I was in secondary school. I loved mathematics. I love to assist my colleagues then to actually love the numbers, to love mathematics. So go back to a subject where you have that passion, where you have that giftings. It's like if you would actually enjoy, because that is enthusiasm is going to sell you eventually. So it's going to propel you. When these kids see that you are very passionate about it, they too will be passionate about, and at the end of the day, they are going to win because it starts from you. So you as a teacher, you are not getting that. Eventually, you are going to get it because your kids are going to do well. And when your kids do well, I have kids that are in the USA, and they send me dollars. That's the sincere truth. I have one. I was talking to him last week. Ayomide Adebanjo, who was the best in Nigerian Maths Challenge 2014, organized by Triple Learning Athletics, and he was the winner. He's at Mississippi University, and I have so many students that are doing fine, and they would eventually help you. They're your products. They will sell you. So, like I said, learn to sell that subject you are passionate in. Sell it to the kids. Understand? So I sell mathematics. I make them fall in love. I assist them. So don't say negative words. That's another thing that matters. Please don't call my students. Don't label them. Don't even say they are lower ability. Don't even say they are slow learners. You understand? Say positive things. I was handling slow learners. I have the experience at Ladybird when I was taking slow learners there. I remember a girl, Emanuela, then. She was very, 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 she had problems with maths. I look for the simplest method. So as teachers, come down to the level of the children, boost their self-esteem. And how can you boost their self-esteem? Your words. Don't say what you are seeing. Say what you want to see. It matters. Say what you want to see. Set those goals for them. Set those smart goals for them. Set high goals for them, but start small. Understand? Take it gradually, and don't use too many red bios. All this wrong, all those things kills their morale, and so all those things you have to bring it down. Philosophy for children. Understand how these children's minds work. You understand? So these are the things we are going to be organizing. Please register for the workshop and the seminars. We are going to be doing so many seminars for teachers. We have a competition, which I said is counting B for all primary school teachers. If you're a primary school teacher, it's for you. Those from 5 to 18, but majorly for primary. Secondary school maths teachers as well. You are also welcome to be part. Then parents too, your kids are slow with numbers, you have challenges with numbers. I still start from the scratch. I still tutor, with my younger brother based in the UK. We call him, he's an education rock star. He's a tutor king. So he's doing very fine as with tutoring. There's money in teaching. You can become a school owner as a teacher. But if you can't manage you can't manage the classroom that you have, you can't control your class, then how can you now control the teachers? Because I started from the classroom. And I told you I had students that had several A's. So it was from there the school owner now said, oh, why don't you now become the head of teachers? So you have to first start with your class. Whatever little you are giving, come out with excellence with it, and at the end of the day, you will see your name will ring a bell, and you will be the one that's going to be promoted. That's the truth. You'll be promoted, and your salary is going to increase, and you can eventually become a school. Now, school owners are doing very fine.
Okay, so you're currently situated in Lagos, and you're going to host a workshop. Now, is this workshop going to be online? Can people from outside Lagos join, and how can they find you and register for this workshop?
Very fantastic question, Mr. Joshua. The workshop is going to be on Zoom. It's virtual. Okay. So in fact, not anywhere in the world you can join. Even parents, that is for parents that their kids are struggling with numbers. like I
Okay.
said, and also teachers as well. Primary school, all primary school teachers. It's national counting. We are going to do for the one for other countries in Africa as well. And the USA one too is coming up on that same day, April 28th. So, but before now, we need to prepare our students, our teachers, prepare them very well. So we have so many workshops we are going to do. So all you need to do is go to the link. There's a link that is going to show on the screen. So register your interest. For those that are interested, then you can register there. We'll take it from there.
All
Yeah.
right, it's going to be at the top of the comment section of this video. So just go there, you'll see the link. Just click on it and I believe you'll be able to register there. So just go to the comment section right now of this video on Facebook and you will see the link right there. So you can click on it to take you to the website where you can register. So anybody who joins your network would be given updates on when these workshops and conferences will be happening, correct?
Exactly, sir. Yes. And also to parents as well. I'm not only talking to teachers, parents.
Okay.
I'm talking to parents as well. We need proper parenting skills.
All
You know, and and for you to be a fantastic parent, you must you can't do everything the teacher will do, but you are still that role model to, like I said,
You're like the
what you
primary
see.
teacher anyway, so.
Yeah. You are the primary teacher. So we are also talking to parents to get the register for your kids as well. So it's
Okay.
your kids that are going to be partaking. So put your details in. Parents to teachers, school owners. We are all good. Let's
All right.
collaborate. Let's see how we can make Nigerian education much more better. It's not only mathematics. I train kids on literacy as well, but I focus more on mathematics. Yeah, we've done world spelling competition. When I'm just trying to let you know, it's actually the passion that matters. It's not actually, it's the passion that matters, because I have trained a kid that became the best in World Education Games, and World Education Games has 3 events. It has World Maths Day, it has World Literacy, and it has World Science. So I have kids that have won. My kids have won at Rainbow College. As a different the passion is going to be like a transferable skills to every other subject. So the passion is what we are really concerned about. Once we infuse the passion into your children, at the end of the day, you are going to see it's going to be like a ripple effect to all subjects. Literacy, numeracy, priority, very, very important. And we are giving focus. Yeah.
That's great. I hope the parents are listening, because one thing you just said is parenting skills. Growing up, I didn't know that parenting was something that needed to be learned. I never saw books in Nigeria, or I never saw a lot of books anywhere about how to parent. It was much later I started discovering that I actually discovered that parenting is a skill that can be learned, and there are a lot of things that can be done to help kids to grow up in the right way. So please, parents, you've got these tools, take advantage of them. Go to the comment section right now at the top right there. It's been pinned to the top of the comment section. Please click on it and learn these skills so that your kids will be better off for it, because as long as the parents are knowledgeable, it will spill over to the kids and it will help them to be a lot better. So please take advantage of what Mr. Gbolahan is offering you today. So let me shift gears to the Guinness World Record holder and your partnership with him, because you're doing something that is called Count B competition, right? I know of spelling bee, but I never heard about Count B before I came across you, and I didn't know that there was a counting competition for that. So talk to us. How did you end up partnering with the world record holder in double-digit numbers, I believe? And tell us about that experience and how you were able to bring that competition to Nigeria.
You know, like I mentioned, I was at Lady Bird at Bagada, and as at then we partook in World Maths Day. So the patron, the global ambassador, is the same person. It's still the same brain behind World Maths Day, and also the same brain behind Counting Bee. So I've had a relationship with him. So
his name is Scott Frinsburg or something.
Scott Flansburg.
All right, Scott Flansburg. All right.
So he has appeared on opera. He's a genius. He's also an author of one of the toolkits we also give, some lovely books, so which we are giving to our children here in Nigeria. So I was on his neck as far back as 2012 when he was the global patron for World Maths Day. So I was on his neck that you are the one promoting this event globally, that I need your book. I need this book for Nigerians. And he just replied that he asked me for my address. That's 2012 when I trained Daniel this one, because he wouldn't even talk to you because he's a celebrity, you know. So he wouldn't even talk to, like, don't waste my time. He never said that, but he kept watching me, and he saw the consistency that 2012, Daniel Adesanya, 2013, Somto Chukwu, 2014, Adebanjo. So there was consistency with track record, 2015, different kids that were doing very well. And eventually he got in touch with me and said, okay, you are seeing the passion and everything. And so it's when I see passion in other teachers at the end of the day, there are things I'm going to give. So he gave a book, So, and there's a toolkit which we actually sell for the kids. It's a coloring book which is going to help their area 44. There's a portion we help to actually rewire the brain for number sense. We rewire the brain for number sense, for sense of numbers. Birds, look at birds. You don't teach them mathematics, but if you go and steal mother hen's egg, just go and try the egg. She has that intuitive, calculative ability. So we want to wake up and steer the human calculator within every child. So, and that is what we are going to do in Africa, Nigeria, Africa, and even globally, because it's a global event.
All right. So tell us how you brought the competition to Nigeria and how you were able to partner with him.
Yeah, that was August to 2 years June. He gave me a license officially, a license for Africa, not even for just Nigeria. That is, an African.
So you are now the global the African ambassador for the Maths B, right?
Yeah, for the counting B.
Oh, counting B.
So, but last year I focused more on Nigeria because I wanted to start small, like I always say. So we hosted what do you call it? We had an award ceremony. We had 4,000 students, 4,000 during the COVID, when they were at home. So we partnered with an organization called SGC and the Global Education Media. So we partnered with them and we got about 4,000 students. So we had 4,000 students last year in Lagos and some other, and even Ghana. But this year we are looking at having at least minimum of 10,000 students. So that the point is, why should I restrict myself? And it's not just the competition. We also train the kids. Understand? So it's not just for them to go to competition. We did rigorous training last year. A lot of training. We trained all these kids. So
all right. So for people who are wondering what these trainings are about, can you describe to us what it is? Because the Scott Flinsburg that you're talking about, he's called a human calculator. So what you're doing, I think, is to make kids to be able to calculate as fast as possible without the use of any gadgets. Is that correct?
Yeah. For example, let me tell you the major challenge. When you ask, parents should try it. Ask your children, what is 11 times 17? You see the struggle. And it should be arithmetic, it should be addition. 11 times 17, 187. 11 times 16, 176. 11 times 15, 165. 11 times 12, 132. Now, the reason why I get it with something we call automaticity in mathematics. So we want them to do arithmetics. We don't want them to start saying 12 times 1, 12 times 2. They have to say it before they get to 9. Or they have to say 11 times 1 until they get to maybe 11 times 17 or 11 times 12. So many kids, I test them whenever I'm moving around. They tell me what is. And because it's very important for you to be able to what? Think. Thinking matters a lot. You understand? Getting answers to life problems. It's not just you cram. Critical reasoning. You understand? It's very, very important. Your reasoning, your thinking ability. And maths is that foundation, is that bedrock that will help you to be able to solve problems, practical problems on pen and paper. But not only that, having a mental calculator is also very good because in real life, when you're moving around, you are not carrying paper every time. So you must actually pay attention and listen very well. And when you listen, you have to process. Use your processor and your logic tool, your cognitive skills. Understand? Your cognition, you must use all those things very well. So we work on sharpening the cognitive tools. You sharpen your logic, we sharpen their speed processor for accuracy and speed. But accuracy is much more important. We don't tell kids to you want to start racing, you start running. You can't just, your first leg, just jump on. Because we have young children that they love to run. And we tell them, pause, calm down. We coach them. We do all those special coaching for them. Even we do it offline and online. We also, for those, we also have an academy at also Antonio as well. Antonio too. For those that are maybe close by. Yeah, in Lagos, they can come around. Usually on Saturdays, we do special coaching for kids so that they will be more. And also, we prepare kids as well for junior WAEC, common entrance, and mathematics is a maths academy. So
All right.
so purely mathematics, yeah.
So what will you tell parents, for example, who, because you're mentioning a lot of students' names who did well, who got a lot of A's, and some people might be of the opinion that these guys are already people who are smart, because we've got students like that in every school who naturally are brilliant. What will you say about those who are average or who are below average, or who, like you said, some of them might be slow to learn? Do they also stand a chance to become as good as, you're saying right now, or is this just for talented kids?
No, it's not for talented kids. It's
You mean
actually, you
any
see, like
kid
I
can do the
said,
things you're
if
talking about?
any kids, I told you I handle slow learners. Slow learners. I'm talking about those that were labeled slow in schools. I was responsible for about 600 children. So those that the teachers have given hope. I said, no, this one is always coming last. Because when I was at grade school at Bagada, I was at row D. That's my own experience, and I was a slow learner. My mom used to tell me then that, don't let Olumide, that's my brother who is also an educationist in the UK. Don't let him, excel more than you at primary school. I was terrible at maths, very poor at maths. But what the magic came when I had the right peers, the right influence. So the challenge is, most of these kids that are not doing fine, you need to come to their language, you need to get to understand their world. That is their brain. We do a lot of child psychology. So we understand, we take time to 15 years in Nigeria here. So focus on slow learners. There is something we know with the brain. We understand how the brain works. So we
Right.
trigger areas in the
So there is
brain.
hope for every child. No child
There's
is
no,
hopeless.
there's no, and I'm very serious about that. I'm very serious. Bring any slow learner. In fact, those are the ones that would eventually sell what we are doing. I had,
Fantastic.
yeah,
There is
any
a
slow
video
learner.
that we have that you sent to us. We would like to play that video so that people can see what some of these students are doing and how fast they're able to calculate. Because normally when you learn the times table as a kid, at least from 2 to 12, it's something that is monumental and everybody's always proud that you can do the times table. But these kids are so fast that, it's almost like they're using calculators, but you can see that they're doing these calculations in their head. So please, cue the last video, the last one I sent. Please, let's play that. But while we're waiting, please share this video. Parents, please get involved. Teachers, I was privileged to go to some good schools when I was a kid, but I never saw teachers who were always positive. Many of them were negative. They were very quick to call you dull, to call you stupid, to call you lazy. And we can see now from an expert that those things are counterintuitive and they don't help to make a student better. So please, teachers, get involved. Parents, get involved so that you can get filled with this passion to help raise a new generation of Nigerians, a new generation of Africans that would, build our Silicon Valleys, that would become the geniuses that will lead the world tomorrow. Because like we all know, Africa is the next rising star in the world. And we need students who are sharp-minded and who can do these things without the help of gadgets to lead our industrial revolution. So please watch this video and see for yourself what these kids are capable of. All right. So all of these were your kids. Is that correct, Mr. Gbolahan?
Yes, we had about 4,000. From
All right.
4,000 to 2,000
And what is that they were doing? Were they multiplying or were they adding?
Yeah, they were adding, some of them maybe add 7 by 3, kept counting, skip counting. We call it skip counting.
All
So
right.
so at the end of the day, after 15 seconds, we take your last digit. So they were, so they in 15 seconds they count maybe like 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 60. So you can see they were spewing, regurgitating answers. So it's about at that younger age, they want their young minds to focus on spewing answers, naturally, effortlessly, awaken their number sense. And it wasn't difficult for them. It was just fun. And many of them have been sending messages. Please let us start again with the last year was last year was done. We've not done any this year. I said, okay, don't worry. I'm going to inform the founder, Scott Flansburgh, and so Scott Flansburgh eventually said, okay, let's do something for April 28th. We are going to have, so as they register, we're going to give them more information. We're going to do a warm-up, and whereby we are going to train them. You understand? So they shouldn't be scared. There's no phobia. They shouldn't have phobia for maths. We are going to put them through. We're going to do all the training, just as it was done last year. So we're going to work on Zoom, and for those that are privileged to be able to come around to our academy, we are going to also help coach. They should just register, and we're going to take it from there. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's great. So please, parents, once again, and teachers, as many of you that are watching, this opportunity is open to everyone. Even those of you who are in the diaspora, you can join online and you can learn the skills that are needed to help raise the next generations of our Steve Jobs, of our Bill Gates, of people who would lead our country into an industrial revolution. Please join these groups, join these networks, and begin to learn how to train your kids to think fast, to calculate fast. And I'm happy that you talked about the maths phobia, because there are a lot of people who are scared of maths. They believe it's difficult, and some people believe that those who are good at maths are just naturally gifted at it. But you're bringing to us a knowledge that anyone can be good at maths as long as you're trained the right way. So the ball is in your court. Viewers, please share this link with as many people as you can. Tell them to join in and tell them to bring their kids in. And what is the age range you work with? Do you work with kids from, let me say, 4 to 18?
From 6 to 18. 6 to 18.
Okay, from 6 years old to 18 years old. So please, wherever your kids are, if you think they're lagging behind in school, there is hope for them after all, right?
Yes. Calculation matters a lot. You see, like I said, automaticity is a term mathematicians use for just your reflexes, your reflex action. You understand? We are so much used to words. I'm speaking now with a lot of words, English words, but the numbers, we need them to be fluid. You could see how those kids effortlessly are, playing with numbers. It's something natural. So that's what we want. We want a full scale, both literacy and numeracy, not just, we want our kids to be absolute, to be precise, to be accurate. You understand? In the West, you see, they are so much concerned about time, talking about numbers, but here, people are so vague. You understand? They are not specific, not explicit. So those things matter, communicating with numbers. So all those things are what we want to infuse into the next generation. Thank you very much.
What if parents have unique issues that they want to consult with you on? Are you open to doing that through your social media platforms?
Yes, you can contact me on Instagram, Facebook, send us a message on my face. Yes, we would. We do, like I said, we tutor because the passion is there. We are not just saying we actually roll our sleeves and we are ready to help any kid at all, any kid, anywhere. So we work one-on-one. I even work one-on-one. I have educators, but I also work with kids one-on-one tutoring. I do that with kids.
All right. And do you have the time to take on more kids? Because I'm sure after today you might get more than a few offers to tutor a lot more kids. So do you have the time for that?
No, I have teachers, like I said.
Okay.
We have educators that I train. So some of these teachers that register are going to also become going to become masspreneurs. That is, they are going to also be. I'm going to replicate myself. So they are also going to be tutoring the kids. So they would also earn from that service. So not only I'm not dealing with other fellow colleagues, masspreneurs. So I want more teachers primary to join me so that let's work together to see how we can learn new skills, new method of teaching mathematics, fun methods, simple tricks for them to catch. And for us, multiplication table, every math teacher will agree is the bedrock. It's very, very important for you to have that grasp of because you do a lot of things, LCM, you need to know your multiplication table from that basic. So that basic is what we focus more on. And eventually, once the foundation is very strong, eventually the rest would happen naturally. So
Right.
that's our focus, yeah.
That's great. I hope your organization grows and you have these competitions in every state and have them on the state level, on the local level, and then have it on a national level before even the international. Because we've got, tens of millions of kids out there in Nigeria who I'm sure will be interested in what you have to offer. But since you're just starting, I believe this is just the beginning of great things, because I believe there are a lot of sharp minds out there that would like to engage with you and your competition.
Yeah, definitely. We want as many as possible because we have so many teachers we are training, like I mentioned. So we want at least a teacher should be able to handle 50. A teacher should be able to handle 50 kids. I
Okay.
told you I've handled 4,000. So at least we have 3 plans. Eventually, a teacher, you start with your basic, handle 50. Later, from 50, you can handle maybe like 100. So we have the basic, we have the intermediate, we have the advanced. So later, you can become an advanced, let me call a lead, a mathematics lead. You
All
understand?
right.
Whereby you
Okay.
can handle your capacity would be much more. So we want to develop the capacity of teachers, mathematics, primary, all primary teachers, they teach mathematics, So, and
Yeah.
also those in secondary as well too. So we want to boost that capacity to be able to, at least you are going to earn eventually from it for teachers, because this is an opportunity to actually be much more, to empower them financially, because that is, so teachers would, so you would eventually earn as you are teaching. So it's not something we are just saying just come. No, no, it's to empower you financially as well. But the business side is what we are going to teach the teachers as well. So well,
Right.
it's very holistic. It's a very, but we have to take it. They need to get started. They need to register. Send us their details, and we'll take it from there.
Okay, what would you tell people who are in the diaspora who feel like, there are no opportunities for teachers in Africa or in Nigeria to be precise? What would you say to such people?
Okay, let me get. If I hope I got you very well. Those in the diaspora, like my
Yes,
younger
people
brother
like
is,
yourself. Yeah, people like your younger brother who has taken off back to the UK, by the way, and
yeah.
other people like himself who think Nigeria, is not a place that they should be. What will you say to them?
Okay, okay. Now, for people in the West, in the UK, US, I have a lot of partners, and everyone should focus on your, wherever you are called, wherever territory you are comfortable,
Okay.
teaching. But
Okay.
one thing is you can actually, for those, continue, because if you are earning pound sterling, you would not, some of them will not want to actually come to Nigeria. You understand? Unless you have a call. You understand? I have a call for Africa, and that's why Scott Blansburg gave that license for me to run this partnership with him. So, and even at the end of the day, even if I'm out of the country, that doesn't stop me from training kids in Africa as well. So the point is, it has to do with your passion. Keep training kids in your school, kids in your immediate community, register them for counting B, kids in the UK. I have kids in South Africa, here in Nigeria. I have kids in the US presently. I use Zoom to teach them. You understand? So I teach kids. I just promote it. I just promote myself sometimes on social media, and I have or Instagram. So you can get kids. So if you are very good, I was running mathematics, which is a global platform for mathematics. So about 5 million students are on that platform. So I've been able to go, develop advanced skills in mathematics. So I'm not talking about something complex, very simple method. So making kids, as teachers, wherever you are, look for simple methods. You asked a fantastic question the other time, Mr. Joshua. What are the challenges of teachers? Most of them, some of them are even first class. That question of first class, they are good, but to break it down, I see so many teachers. When interviewing teachers, I see many of them cannot break down. They don't arouse the interest of the child. So all those things matters. You must arouse, and you don't condemn a child. Yes, I don't label a child. Even if they miss that question, try to boost their self-esteem. Those things matters. Those are all the things we are going to be doing for, and that's why our slow learners, so-called slow learners, they can wake up and begin to, gradually begin to give them goals, uh, and they begin to progress gradually, and before you know it, I've had situation of a kid that was one of one of on the hall of fame in the school, was bottom, and eventually I was taking the child gradually, and eventually other kids now said they want to leave the classroom and come and meet me outside, because I used to stay outside the classroom at Ladybird, handling slow learners. So imagine the kids that were superstars said, no, how come this boy, who is, we all know to be in quotes, slow learner, how come is improving? So they now left classroom and said they will be coming to meet the man that is actually teaching. So teaching slow learners is has become something we have gathered experience in, and we enjoy doing it. I derive the joy. So teachers, like I said, go back to your secondary school like the way I did. Go back to when you were taught, which subject was very you enjoyed, because there's no point building our human resources. We can't leave our next generation in the hands of shoddy teachers that are not passionate. So it's very, very important that if you cannot, but that is part of what we are going to be doing in our workshops for teachers. We will be looking at how we can see to bring out the inherent talent of teachers and redirect them to, just as I focused in an area of my giftings. Like Scott Flansburgh did not even go to school. Scott Flansburgh is is a very successful man, but he only attended secondary school. He didn't go to a higher institution like a lot of Africans do. Africans are one of the most educated in the United States of America. But it's not all about the education from within. Like Pastor Sunday says a lot. He talks a lot about thinking. Education has to do with a lot of thinking.
Personal development.
Yeah, very, very, very important. We need to ensure that we give priority to personal development. We give priority to how our children think. We need to teach them to think. It matters a lot, and that is what we are doing. That's what we are doing.
That's great. I hope that teachers and parents and students out there can hear us. Teachers are literally building the future of our nations, because they are raising the future leaders, they are raising the future entrepreneurs, they're raising the future, workers generally in the society and citizens. So please, your input is needed. A lot of teachers, I'm going to be coming from the standpoint of a student now, because a lot of teachers might feel like, oh, this kid, is not serious, or this kid, there's not much that is going to come of them. But like you've said, that's the wrong way to approach things. Just the word you say to that kid can spark the genius in them and turn them into, juggernauts in the future. So please do your best to be your best in class. I've seen a lot of teachers who are just lazy and lackadaisical, and they don't really care much. They just want to just teach and let their period be over so they can get it over with. And I also understand that some teachers are fatigued, because I've seen teachers who have to teach 2, 3, 4 subjects due to the fact that they don't have enough, hands to help out and all that. But I hope that they can register for your workshop so you can give them the help they need to be the best teachers that they can be. And I believe parents as well should chime in so that they can help to raise the next generation of, superstars that our country needs to build on. All right. Any final words before we go?
Yeah, final words to parents and teachers, to kids. So first, let me start with teachers, my colleagues. I'm a teacher, and I understand your pains, your pain points, maybe salary, work, the overload of work, some handling so many subjects. We are going to look at your pains. Understand? We are going to look at your pains and see how we can bring in technology to assist you. So you are going to let us know as time goes on specific challenges, and we will see how we can solve those problems together, collaborate. Then for parents, like I said, parents, your self-esteem at home, please do not say negative words to your child. I was positive to Grace School, Abdul Malik, where I was a head coach at World Master. I told him he's going to be the best in Africa. So I just said a positive word to him, and that was it. So why can't you, as a father and mother, motivate your children? Motivation is seriously, we don't really motivate our children in Africa. That's the truth. Some parents will say, At the end of the day, if you come first, I'm going to buy you a bicycle. At the end of the day, you don't do it. So parents, please let us see how we can help our next generation. Let us see how we can be more positive. Then for my students, I love to assist you to fall in love with numbers. Get in touch with me. You can contact me on Instagram. You can contact me. My name is Enoch Gbolahan. You can check me on Instagram. You can check me on Facebook. I'll add you up and tell me your pains. You understand? I've been in this business here in Africa for 15 years, and I've been a school administrator, I've been a class teacher, I've been a lead teacher, I've handled competitions, organized competitions, I teach. So I'm into every aspect. So with the experience, and I came from a family of a strong educationist. My mom was a director in Ministry of Education, Mrs. LANIYAN. So we thank God for she schooled me, coached me, and I have a lot of mentors like Dr. Sunday Adelaja, who I learned so much. I watch a lot of his videos. He is also, for me, I is very, very passionate in education, and he has given you such an opportunity. Please do not waste this opportunity to students 6 years, 7 years, 8 year 6, 7, 8, 9, even for those doing your IGCSE in the UK, contact me. UK, USA, South, anywhere. Instead, I have the passion to help kids, Nigerian, African, even globally. Contact us and let's see how we can build the next global pioneer for innovation. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Enoch. It was great having you on, and we believe strongly that you would be contacted by a lot of people. I wish that I had the opportunity as a student to meet teachers like you, because as good as my teachers were, none of them were as passionate as you were. And because I was always playing games and always being naughty in class, I got punished a lot. I wasn't encouraged at all. In fact, most of my teachers are shocked when they see me today, because they always felt like, this guy, we don't know what he's going to become of him. So I'm really excited to see that we have a new generation of teachers who think like you do, who are passionate, and who understand what it takes to really teach a kid and make them to be the best. Because we believe that those who were always coming first, second, third were gifted, and it was special and it was God-given. But you are making it to sound like anybody, from no matter your background, no matter what you're going through, your intellectual capacity at the time can be excellent. And that's a message I think every parent wants to hear, because some parents are really worried about their kids, and I believe as they contact you, they will get solutions, and we'll have a new set of kids who are passionate for school, new set of parents and teachers who know the right things to do, and will make for a better society. So thank you very much for coming, and we look forward to celebrating you and your superstar students in the future.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, bye for now. So ladies and gentlemen, please contact him on social media. You can see his name at the bottom of the screen, Enoch Gbolahan, and he's interested in helping your kids to become the best that they can be. Even if you just want to learn how to educate other people, it's a skill that you're going to have. If you want to become a parent and that's something you're going to do in the future, there's nothing wrong with learning the skills now. If you're a parent, you've got kids you're worried about, please contact him. If you're a teacher and you're tired and you feel like you need a lot more than you have right now, which is most people in Nigeria, really, most teachers in Nigeria, please contact him and you will not regret it. All right, we've come to the end of today's show. Those of you who want to become the best you can be, DSA has got a lot of materials for you on Amazon.com. His books are out there, over 100 of them. If you're in Nigeria, you can go to dsabooksplanet.com and you can order for his books there. You can also go to a website called bambooks.io. They've got a subscription service that you can subscribe to, and you'll be able to get as many books as you would like. He talked about finding out your passion, knowing who you are. That's the beginning of making a difference, because it's hard for you to change other people or help other people change when you yourself, you don't know who you are. You've not changed as a person. So the books that you will find there, from Who Am I to, Nobody's Better Than You, and all the other books on self-development, you'll see them there. And on DSA's YouTube channel as well, just type Dr. Sunday Adelaja on YouTube. You'll see his channel. We've got over 20 playlists, all of them dedicated to one topic or the other that will help you build yourself up to be your best. And we've got mentorship groups as well. We've got that of those who want to become millionaires, And all you have to do is write to mentorship@godembassy.org, mentorship@godembassy.org, and you'll be able to join either that of becoming a millionaire or finding out who you are, or just a classic mentorship group. If you want to be mentored by Dr. Sunday, you can join any of these mentorship groups. If you want to find out who you are, tell them, I want to join that of Who Am I, Why Am I Alive? If you want to become a millionaire, tell them, hey, I want to join that of Becoming a Millionaire. And if you just want the classic mentorship, say, I just want the classic mentorship classes, and you'll be told what to do. Thank you very much for joining us. Teachers, parents, you're literally building the future of our nation, Nigeria, and you're building the future of our nation, Africa. And that's because the kids, the young minds are in your hands. And today we brought you a very important tool, which is in the person of Mr. Gbolahan. Please make use of all that he has to offer so that together we can help to build a better continent. Thank you very much for joining us. Passion is contagious, and I believe that whatever you lack today, you can always get it and do with it as you please. See you same time next week, as we'll be coming to you with another interesting guest. And up until then, remain blessed. God be with you till we meet again. Bye for now.